right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessings, salutations that hopefully let out that pushing this word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to hopefully the believers, the listeners who have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Just up and at it, early this morning, and just pondering, in the spirit on the topic, dealing with how, Esau, Edom has everything to lose and we have everything to gain. So you have even when you go back to the time of the garden, scripture talk about how good is set against evil. And it was always, two, opposing, people in the earth. You go back to Adam and the serpent, you go back to Cain and Abel, all right? You go back to Noah, all right, during the sons of God, okay? And then you had, the sons of the wicked in the earth then, all right? And then you fast forward to Jacob and Esau, which are two nations that are on the earth today, all right? Jacob being the progenitor of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Then you have our people who look like other nations, all right? But predominantly, it consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And then you have the progenitor, Esau, Edom, the progenitor, all right, of the so-called white race, man. Sometimes they go by Europeans or whatever, but the nations that came out of Jacob and Esau, okay, are the centerpiece of prophecy, okay, are on the center stage according to prophecy. And we're in a position now where one nation has everything to lose, and that's the nation of Esau, Edom, okay, who's in power, all right, at this very time. He has the resource, he has the influence, this man, has control of the earth like no other nation has ever had, okay? This man has access to resources like no other nation has ever had, okay? Access to witchcraft like no other nation has ever had. This man, has been the most powerful heathen to ever rule, okay? This is a global rulership, all right? And this man has everything to lose, okay? That's why we're finna see this man. That's why we're seeing this man be very desperate, okay? You see the latest thing with this Brooklyn shooting. That shows you how desperate this man, all right, is getting. And what is he trying to do? He's trying to hinder the nation of Israel, which has everything to gain, okay? We have everything to gain as a people, man, okay? Here it is, we the people that's under curses for our disobedience, evil eye towards each other, all right? The most health problems, okay? The most plagued people on earth, beginning with the mind, okay? Impoverished, all right? No military that can stand and fight, We have nothing, but see, we finna gain everything. That same nation is about to tap into immortality, because not only are we going to get rulership, we're going to get immortality. See, that's something Esau wasn't granted, with his rulership, okay? He wasn't granted immortality, man, okay? But that's something that we'll get to enjoy, in our rulership, man, is everlasting. Okay? So the people that are the tail is why Yahushua said that the first shall be last and the last shall be first. Okay? Going with Esau being first, and he's finna go last because he's gonna have it the worst in captivity. All these heathens going to captivity, but he's not only going to captivity, he's gonna have it the worst. Okay? And we're not just being delivered, just to go back to Jerusalem and be amongst ourselves. No, we're going back to Israel to dominate the earth, man. You see? We have everything to gain. Like right now, you have, the NBA play-in games where teams have opportunity to play themselves into the playoffs, and compete for a championship. Okay? And like when it's playoff time, that it's a different energy, because the stakes are high. Okay, you see less playing, all right? You see people, doing things that they do that they wouldn't normally do because the stakes are high. And that's why we're finna see Esau Edom lose it, because the stakes are high, man. His kingdom is at stake, man. Even us as believers, we're finna do things, that we wouldn't normally do. Okay? Take losses that we wouldn't normally take. Why? Because the stakes are high. Okay? And we have everything to gain. Yahushua said, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee the crown of life. So even death is on the table, man. Okay? Because it's not ordinary circumstances. You see, when the stakes is high, okay, you do things that wouldn't normally be done. Okay, like let's say going back to the playoffs, see niggas dive for balls, and Jake playing defense full court. All right, trying to block every shot because the stakes are high. Because it's either all right, we either go home, man. You see, and they got that term. When sports, within football, it's like leaving on the field. It means you leave all your energy on the field. And that's how Yahweh Shema Shah has his believers in the spirit. Okay? We're gonna have that spirit to leave it all leave it all on the field in the spirit, man. Because the stakes are so high. Alright? So this is about to be an intense clash between two nations, all right, that have been at each other since the womb. Going back to the account in Genesis, the 25th chapter. This is an ancient rivalry. The most ancient rivalry, man. We can talk about even go back to the garden, man. Going back to the beginning. You see? And one thing about it, we have a champion that's gonna come hit that clutch shot, which is Yahushua. Yahushua gonna pull up in the clutch. Okay? And so what he say, he gonna make us kings and priests in the earth. Champions, man. Even when you go to that word man, in the Hebrew Ayash, okay, one of the definitions is champion, man. Okay? Crown, receive palms, that's the victory, man. Okay? So Yahweh Shema Shai, had set up a scenario where you have one nation with everything to lose, Esau Edom. Okay? And he's never coming back in power again. This is it for him. This is it. He will be eliminated from rulership, man. Because pretty much the planet Earth is a real life Game of Thrones, man. Okay? And when you rulership, you go into captivity. Okay? The stakes is high, man. Even when David, fought Goliath, the winner of that fight, okay, the loser of that fight, their nation would have to go into captivity. Okay? When David fought Goliath, the stakes was high, man. Okay? But King David, he had the spirit of everything to gain, through faith in Yahweh Shema Shah. We got everything to gain, man. We got everything to gain, man. This is a major come up, okay, that's at hand. And it's time, we in the spirit now. I say, hey, we're gonna go all out. We're gonna do things that's unthinkable, okay, to achieve things that are unthinkable, man. Scripture say, I have not seen, no ear have heard. Okay? Hey, we want that championship, man. So I just want to put that out there, man. Put that perspective out there in the spirit. Lord will, you brothers, okay, you few sisters have been edified. Once again, I'm give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kapadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers. And peace and blessed salutation, hopefully. Shalom.